Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and today we are playing my deck of TBR game for the month of September. It's my favorite time of the month. Time to pick my TBR for the next month. But before we do that, let's look at how the TBR went, or is going currently, for August. I'm filming this kind of early on the 22nd of August, but this is how it worked out with my filming schedule and uploading schedule. So let's check how we're doing so far. The first prompt I got was spinner wheel, and I had to spin my book of the month, spinner wheel, and that somehow got me Kaikei by Vaishnavi Patel, and I have not read this yet, but I have it on audiobook and there's still 9 days left of August, so it will happen. Plus I've already read like 2/3 of it previously when I soft DNF'd it, so I don't think I should have an issue there. The next book I got, was not that. I actually got the prompt fantasy, and for that I chose A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, and I did complete that book. I next got a self-destruct book, and I chose The Bridges of Madison County by Robert James Waller, and I did complete that. I got a second self-destruct book, and for that I chose St. Maisie by Jamie Attenberg. Again, have not read it yet, but I have the audiobook and I can finish 2 books in 9 days easily. Next up, I got the prompt scribd, and for that I chose Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark, and I have completed that book. And lastly, I got Nature on the cover, and for that prompt I chose Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, Volume 1, and I did read all 4 volumes in August. So we're counting it as a win. I know it's kind of a preemptive win, but I really think it's going to happen. So I spun my wheel of winning prompts and got disregard the number and suits rule that I have. So in my game, I draw 5 cards, which correspond to prompts on the board. And if I were to draw 3 of the same number, 3 of the same suit, or 2 numbers in a row, I don't even know my own rules, I would have had to draw an extra card at the end of the 5 draws. But my reward is disregard this rule. So I will be drawing 5 books, 5 cards for 5 books, because I won't have to add any draws. So unless something here tells me to add an extra draw. Yeah, so is that all we have? I do want to say I am hoping to participate in 2 readathons in September. The first is Seasonathon Academy, which is hosted by Melanie from Completely Melanie, and she has a couple of co-hosts, and so I will link their announcement videos and channels in the description box below. That is Melanie, Amy, and Drew. So that is like choosing courses, and your course text is the book that you read for that course, but it has to fulfill a prompt for that course. So I am hoping to do that. I will likely choose that TBR at the end of this video, because hopefully I can get some of my deck of TBR books onto that TBR. And the other one I'm loosely participating in is Series September, which is hosted by Krista from Books and Jams and Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand, I think. I'll link them down below, but this is just a way to continue on with series that you are reading. And that's kind of a unsaid goal of mine, is to continue reading series and finish reading series. It'll definitely be a goal for next year, but might as well get a jump on it. So we're hoping to get series on here, and hopefully ones that will fulfill Seasonathon Academy prompts. Yeah, is there anything else I want on this TBR? Oh, Whitney from Tibbers Den hosts her genre-a-thon, and I know that her prompt is sci-fi or short stories, and I think for sci-fi I'd like to read Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, so we'll see if I can get that on here. Man, who knows what could be in store. And I always forget to talk about the buzzword, but I'll need to get the buzzword on here too from Books and Lala. That is game words. We'll see. All right, I see that I have to replace a prompt, so let's do that first. And we got BIPOC Rep. Oh, and I forgot, I have to change my bomb book. I will have to read the bomb book if I choose a joker, if I draw a joker out of my deck. And I like to replace these every month just to spice things up. What's this one? A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Okay. That would be crazy. Not a series, but maybe it could fit into one of the Seasonathon Academy prompts. Okay, let's do it. I'm shuffling cards for draw number 1. All right, draw number 1 is a 3 of spades, a contemporary. I got this book in my book of the month box for my birthday month as my extra add-on, and ever since I got it I have really wanted to read it, so I'm gonna add it on to my TBR because it is a contemporary fiction. This is The Collected Regrets of Clover by Mickey Bramer, and here's my tie-in. Clovers are a suit in the deck, kind of. They're either clubs or clovers. I've heard them be called both, and so I'm calling this my game word for buzzword. A clover is a suit in card games. Okay, this one, I believe we follow a death doula, and the back says, death she gets, it's life she can't quite figure out. I've heard this just really pulls on your heartstrings, and I love a book that makes me cry. So let's add it to the TBR. Is it a series? No. Could it fulfill a Seasonathon Academy prompt? Maybe, but I want to read it. All right, let's replace contemporary with this one, a NetGalley read now. I really should get rid of this prompt because none of these books interest me. So yeah, I'm just gonna scrap that prompt and replace it with a mom pick. So my mom would get to choose a book. I actually have thought recently that I want to go through all of these prompts and decide if they're still good for me as a reader or not. Let's put the 3 of spades back in and we will shuffle. Because some of the prompts, like that NetGalley read now, isn't applicable, and there are some prompts I'd like to add. I actually just recently put in a video project prompt, so I just want to revamp my prompts a little bit and get rid of the ones that don't really work for me as a reader anymore. Okay, draw number 2 is a 7 of spades. Wow, we would have been in trouble if my suits counted. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. I got short story or essay collection. This is interesting because there's one I really want to pick, and then there's one I have on my shelves that I probably should pick. And it like works out perfectly because short story is the prompt for genreathon. I was gonna go with the sci-fi route, but short story could work. I'm torn. Okay, so for this, I'm gonna choose the one that I want to read, and that is Love in Color by Bolu Babalola. I recently read Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola and really liked her writing and the story that she was able to create in that book. And I've heard that Love in Color is just phenomenal, and it is a bunch of short stories all revolving around love in various places around the world. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's replace the 7 of spades with this one, Anticipated. I anticipate most of my books. And I'll put the 7 of spades back in and shuffle. Again, Love in Color is not a series, nor is it, well, it could fit in a prompt. I really haven't looked at the Seasonathon Academy prompts that well. Okay. One last shuffle for good measure. A 6 of spades. Yeah, we would have been in the doghouse with the spades. Oh. Okay, 6 of spades. If you watched last month, you would know that I failed my TBR for July, and my punishment was to add a bomb book prompt on the board. And my son is crying, and I gotta read the bomb book. I'll be right back. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, A Little Life. Those are my face. That's okay. No, I really do want to read this book, but wowee. Looks long and like a lot, but hopefully I could find it on audio to read along. It is a Man Booker Prize finalist, a National Book Award finalist, and I hear it's gonna wreck me. So that's book number 3. All right, let's replace that prompt with this one, a reread. Okay. Again, that's not something I really do, but could work. All right, 6 of spades going back in, and we'll shuffle. All right, draw number 4 is a 4. 4 of clubs. A book that's gonna make me cry. I just put one of those on my TBR. Whew, what am I gonna do? Kristen Hanna books in the past have made me cry. And so I'm going to guess that maybe The Things We Do for Love by Kristen Hanna will make me cry. Years of trying unsuccessfully to conceive a child have broken more than Angie Desaria's heart. Following a painful divorce, she moves back to her small Pacific Northwest hometown and takes over management of her family's restaurant. In West End, where life rises and falls like the tides, Angie's fortunes will drastically change yet again when she meets and befriends a troubled young woman. Okay, sounds like a interesting relationship, and yeah, sad. So this could make me cry. And I am so close to finishing all of Kristen Hanna's books, and this is like 3rd to last, so might as well read it. All right, let's replace that prompt with this one, a dystopian. Don't have many of those on my shelves, but worth a shot. And the 4 of clubs going back in. We will shuffle. I am interested to see if any of these will fit my Seasonathon Academy prompts. Wow, I just noticed that all of these are gonna make me cry, right? I said that this one was gonna make me cry, this one's gonna make, and I chose that one because it's gonna make me cry. Okay, it's gonna be a month of crying in September. All right, we'll do one more shuffle for good measure. And last card, a jack. What's a jack? A jack is a book of the month. I already have book of the month on here. I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit. I am actually going to choose one of my sister's book of the months, one that she has lent me. This is The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. And this works for series September. This is the 3rd kind of in a companion series by Helen Huang. The first being The Kiss Quotient, then The Bride Test, and then The Heart Principle. I am just needing something fun and flirty and romantic with all of these ones that are gonna make me cry. So this is for book of the month, my sister's book of the month. All right, so let's quick recap the deck of TBR, and then I will come back and tell you what I will be reading for Seasonathon Academy. Okay, so first I got a contemporary fiction, and I chose The Collected Regrets of Clover by Mickey Bramer. Then I got a short story or essay collection, and for that I chose Love and Color by Bolu Babalola. Then I got my bomb book. The first time it happened, but like didn't actually draw the Joker. Crazy. I got A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Then we got a book that will make me cry. And I chose The Things We Do for Love by Kristen Hanna, one of my favorite authors. And lastly, I got Book of the Month, and for that I chose The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. Okay, I'll be right back with my Seasonathon Academy TBR.
1 hour later.
Okay, we're back. Yes, we're back. Okay, so there are 5 prompts you need to fulfill for Seasonathon Academy. Some you get some choices, some you do not. So for the first class, we all have to take English 1020, and the prompt for that is to read a new to you author. And for that, I'll be reading The Collected Regrets of Clover by Mickey Bramer. I haven't ever read Mickey Bramer, but I'm excited to. Okay, prompt number 2 is to select one from the Fine Arts and Humanities Literature subcategory. And for that, I will be taking English 2510, Popular Fiction, and this is to read a hyped book. And what is more hyped than the booktube darling, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. So that is my hyped book. For class number 3, we have to select one from the Fine Arts and Humanities Visual and Performing Arts subcategory. And for that, I think I'm going to help myself out a little bit and take Art 1110, which is Introduction to Art. And the prompt for that is to read a graphic novel or manga. I will be reading Spy Family Volume 6 by Tatsuya Endo? Is that right? Yeah, Tatsuya Endo. This will help with my series for Series September, but also is short and easy and can read in one sitting. So that will help me out. Book number 4, select one from the Behavioral and Social Science category. I will be taking Women and Gender Studies 2000, Introduction to Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies. Read a book with female empowerment. I might be stretching this a little bit, but this book by Kristen Hanna, The Things We Do for Love, sounds like it is a woman taking her life into her own hands, moving to a new place, running a company, and helping another young woman figure out her life. So if that's not women empowerment, I don't know what is. So that will be for my 4th class. And lastly, for Foreign Language 2140, we all have to take Intermediate Foreign Language 2. And the prompt for this is to read a book from an author that is from a different country than you. I live in the United States, and so I am choosing the author Bolu Babalola, who wrote Love and Color. She is a Nigerian British woman, so that fits the category. Okay, those are my 5 books for my 5 classes. I would love to take more, but we'll see what books can fit where with all of the course offerings. Anyway, that'll do it. Let me know if you have read any of these books, what you thought of them, if you think I will like them, this plus Love and Color, or Spy Family. I mean, everybody loves Spy Family, am I right? Okay, yeah, let me know in the comments. It'd be great to have some bookish conversation with you down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video on your way out. Consider subscribing to my channel if you'd like to see more bullet journal or bookish content from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.